What's up, everybody? It's October, and we're doing the month of movies for October. We're going to do at least one horror pick so you can have that on your movie watching list. And also any re-releases that are coming out. There's a few in October that look really fun, so I wanted to highlight those for you as well. So let's get to it. On October 3rd, we've got a big movie with Dwayne Johnson, Emily Blunt. It's about UFC fighter named Mark Kerr. And coming out of the film festivals, this one got a lot of praise. So looking forward to it, A24 film. Seeing Dwayne Johnson get more involved in the more artistic films is going to be a lot of fun to see. The horror pick for this week is VHS Halloween. VHS is an anthology series, meaning they take a bunch of different directors and they all direct short films and then they link it together with an overall narrative. That series has a new one dropping on Shudder this week. To finish out October 3rd, we have the re-release of Avatar: The Way of Water. This is all to gear up for the third Avatar movie that's dropping in theaters December, Fire and Ash. So let's get to October 10th. We've got a new sequel in a series from the 80s called Tron. This one is Tron Ares, starring Jared Leto. The whole battle of Tron is the users, which are the humans, and the programs, which are inside the computer. In this one, the programs are being brought into the real world, and that looks to be not a good idea. It looks visually to be stunning, and it's got a killer soundtrack with Nine Inch Nails. We'll see if the story is worth writing home about. We also have on October 10th, Roofman, starring Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst. This is based on a true story about a man who escaped prison and then hid on a roof of a Toys R Us for months. So looking forward to seeing that one. Looks to be interesting, and it's always fun when it's a true story. The horror pick for this week is Vicious on Paramount Plus. Check it out. It's got Dakota Fanning. Looks to be a pretty scary movie. October 17th, we are going to be starting off with our horror pick of the week. It is Black Phone 2. This is a film directed by Scott Derrickson, starring Ethan Hawke. That is a sequel to The Black Phone. The next movie for October 17th is After the Hunt. This one stars Julia Roberts, Andrew Garfield, and Ayo Adibari. This one has a great cast, and it looks to be a very interesting topic dealing with a professor's misconduct with a student, whether it was true or not. Also this week, we have a re-release of St. Elmo's Fire, a classic 80s film starring Demi Moore and a whole lot of the Brat Pack. So check that out in theaters near you. On to October 24th, we've got Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, starring Jeremy Allen White. I do have one quick thought on this, and that is that when Bruce Springsteen heard the soundtrack, he wondered, was that my voice or his? And he was surprised to find out it was Jeremy's. The next one for October 24th is Regretting You. This one is a very interesting story. McKenna Grace plays a young teenager, and her dad and aunt get involved in a car accident. And when they begin to research why the two were together, it leads to a very difficult situation. There are no horror movies being released on October 24th, so I'm going to give you my horror pick, and that is my favorite horror movie of all time, which is Scream from 1996. You should definitely check that out. Even if you've seen it before, just watch it again. It's so good. All right, we've reached the end of October. This is Halloween night. We got movies being released on Halloween, and there's not a horror movie in sight. But we've got Bugonia. This one is a movie starring Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. They were in a movie with him last year called Kinds of Kindness, and he directed Poor Things, The Favorite, as well as others. But this looks to be a very interesting movie where Jesse Plemons kidnaps a woman CEO thinking that she's an alien from another planet. And we have another big re-release happening. Back to the Future is going to be in theaters. It's being re-released for its 40th anniversary. It's going to be in IMAX, Dolby, all the special screens. So go check it out on the big screen. I got my tickets. The kids are going. Kristen's going. We're all going to have a good time. So because it's Halloween, my horror pick is the 1977 Halloween, the introduction of Michael Myers into the world. Definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. If you have, Halloween's always a good time to rewatch. Thanks so much for watching this Sprang's month of movies. I hope you enjoyed hearing about the movies that are coming up this month and maybe found a couple that you didn't know about that now you're interested in seeing. And as always, you can check out my podcast that I do with my family at our brand new website, moviesthatmakeyoupodcast.com. And we'll look to see you there. They have all the links to everything that you can get connected to us on Instagram and elsewhere. And until next month, keep watching movies.